You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition After Show.
Yay! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. Bing is for doing, and today we are doing another recap of Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, or as we like to call it,
Abby's Ultimate Dance Experience.
We are so excited to be here. We have one more episode left of the very first season. And without further ado, let me introduce my co-hosts. To my left,
Hey world, Jason Carter here.
across from me,
What's going on, everyone? Cris Cangero.
Hey everyone, I'm Tony Moore.
and you might notice that we are in Studio A today because we have a very special
We're
guest
back.
Where we belong. Yes.
on our couch. You may recognize him, Mr. Ricky Palomino, choreographer extraordinaire from Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, and we recently found out he's also a recording artist on his third album.
Coming soon.
Say hello
coming soon.
right over there.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I am live tweeting at Giselle Ugarte, and you can also join the conversation 424-256-1729. You never know who's going to call into this show. It might be a mom, it might be a dancer. Usually every week we get somebody. So, or it could be just a flat out fan. So shout out to our super fans who are so involved, keeping us in the top. And without further ado, Asia made it through another week, kids.
Duh.
Yes.
Not a shocker.
I'm pumped.
No.
I call that.
I'm so just torn on that whole thing. I love her,
well.
and then I want to correct her, and then I'm kind of sick of her facials, and then it's, I don't like her because of her
Sick
mom.
of those facials.
But then I'm
Come
like,
on.
wait,
Come
she's
on.
6, 7 years old?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear all the details from you about working with each of the girls, but we're down to the final 4.
All right.
We have Brianna, Asia, Amanda, Madison. Interestingly enough, Abby calls them the have to fix it for. Need to fix it for. What
course she does.
What do I think about this nickname, you guys?
It's ridiculous. That's just. I think that's Abby's way of nitpicking for nitpicking's sake. If all BS aside, those 4 dancers are exceptionally talented and brutally amazing dancers. If they have that much, I mean, I guess I'm not really a dance teacher, so I'm not sure what she's picking on. But just watching the show and the entertainment value that I'm getting, that's just exploding through the screen. They're awesome. Obviously, they wouldn't be the top 4 if they weren't that amazing. Need
That's
to fix
true.
it.
But then again, I mean, each one of them have something that they need to fix.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we all have something.
Right. There's no
I
perfect
think.
dancer. Is there,
Right.
Chris? Is there a Ricky? Chris? Are there perfect dancers?
No.
Maybe
I mean,
not. Maybe
I
not
think
perfect dancers. Perfect dancers, but maybe someone who's more well-rounded or the total package. I don't know. Ricky, what do you think of this final 4? Do they deserve to be there? Did someone else get robbed? Because you had a chance to work with most, if not all of them.
I mean, it could go either way. They're all so talented. They're all missing pieces. I mean, so at the end of the day, it just comes out to, I mean, personal choice. Like, I mean, they're all,
Opinion?
Someone's opinion.
Wow. Man, that's connected there. Yeah, it's a total matter of opinion. It could go either way, you know. But also, you got to consider it's the Joffrey School of Ballet. So, I mean, is a 6-year-old suited for that type of scholarship program? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you just kind of.
I mean, I think Asia needs it the most, which I would love to see her win, because then she already has the personality and the character, so then she could go to Joffrey and get her technique.
Absolutely,
whipped
absolutely.
in.
And like places like Joffrey, I don't think they really have a school for kids that young, but like she's really raised the bar to where like they should probably pay attention to these little ones that they can do it. Like,
Yeah.
so.
Asia definitely can.
I mean, if she wasn't ready to be in, I'm gathering that this school is nowhere near as intense as this competition. So I mean, 45 days of nonstop dancing, and like they said, she's
You'd be
getting
very surprised. You'd be so surprised if they had their own reality show. Oh,
Yeah, the ballet world is a little.
What I'm saying
nuttier.
is that
Yes.
her mental faculties and her mental maturity currently, I'm sure she can handle going to the Joffrey Ballet School.
Oh,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So if she wins, for sure, I mean, she can hang with the big dogs.
Oh,
Well, and
absolutely.
remember,
course.
it's not the Joffrey Ballet. It's just a Joffrey
The Joffrey School.
Right.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not the Joffrey Ballet.
No.
No,
No.
there's
They're-
there's
It's just a
disclaimer.
training
It's
institute.
very
yeah.
small print at the very end.
Where have you been?
I don't know. All this
Cangero.
time, all this
Might-
time I've been thinking. I thought it was Joffrey Ballet School.
If you guys could bring someone back, who you think maybe was more deserving to the Final Four, is there someone that you would bring back?
Oh, hands down, Zach. I'm
Same,
sorry.
yeah.
Like,
Great question, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I honestly think that Zach went home way
Too early.
I don't know what they were thinking with that.
Well,
letting him go so early.
I'd bring back Jordan. Done. Boom. Hashtag boom.
I'm
Jordan.
torn between those two. Ricky, I mean, obviously you know who the winner is and everything, but
I
at this
mean,
point,
I love Jordan, but I think that having a boy in there repping the other guys would just be helpful for other little kids that want to get into it as well.
Yeah.
and it sounds like we've got a caller. Thanks for calling in AfterBuzz TV. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Eric calling from San Francisco.
Hi, Eric. How's
Eric.
it going?
What's up?
Cisco?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, I had a question. At the very end, is it illegal or against the rules for the final three to bribe the jury? Like tell each one, I'll give you $10,000 if you just vote for me.
What do you mean?
Did that
How
happen?
come,
The judges,
how
you
come
mean?
it's never happened yet?
Well,
I mean, it is the first season, so I don't.
No, I mean in every season, at the end when there's the final three and they're waiting to see if they get picked by the jury to be the winner.
I
Is it
mean,
illegal for the final three to bribe, like to tell each
Yeah.
of the
I would think
it's
that
against the
bribing would
rules.
probably
I think
be.
I don't even think they're allowed to have contact with
Right.
the
Yeah.
judges.
They're
To be totally
sequestered, I'm
honest with
sure.
you.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd want to look that desperate in front of the judges. Like you want to be personable and, you know.
Yeah.
confident that-
Yeah. Do you have a favorite on the show, Eric?
It was you until your season ended, but otherwise, I guess Malcolm probably gonna win.
Malcolm was great. I love Malcolm. Malcolm actually has a really bright
Are we
career ahead
watching
of
the
him.
same
I
show?
don't know if it's the same show. What show are you calling in about?
Survivor.
Oh, you know
Got
what?
you.
That's why we're a little confused. This is.
Oh,
Okay, you're watching Survivor. Call back 424-256-1633, and you will get Christina Shaw.
oh, okay.
Have a good night, Eric.
Thanks for calling, Eric.
Yeah, take care.
But then
I'm like,
again,
hold on a second, my
Malcolm.
season.
but then again,
Yes.
you know, I guess Abby's ultimate dance competition could be like Survivor.
Oh, totally. Okay, survival of the fittest, survival of
Right.
the pointiest feet.
Exactly.
Well, let's get into the challenges. So the challenge is balance. What?
First of all, that challenge was so random. It was almost like
When aren't they random?
Well,
Yeah, aren't they always kind of
no,
reaching?
but this time, like, I mean, they really were.
They
Reaching
raised
for that
the
one.
beam.
They
Pushing that arm.
they literally pulled out the beam.
I like
is
how
what they did.
But and the only thing about the challenge I did not like is how they had to go into the split and then in like it was like in like this. Just to give it some artistic integrity, just like and melt. Bam! It's so stupid.
Well,
Like,
no one really ended it, to be fair,
No.
except for my girl Asia.
for a
Yeah.
split second. Then
But she
fell.
hit
But
that. She would have got
she
that
hit it.
picture,
She had
and
it
then she
longer.
would have fell.
I liked how Amanda ended it though. She still she worked with it. It wasn't just like a,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
She was like boom.
I
But
did.
going back to the challenge though, Asia did hit it and then she fell and Abby clocked her because Asia gave a cutesy face, trying to see if that would save her from some kind of. I
She
don't
was
know.
cute, though.
She's adorable, but
Gave one of these and those puppy dog eyes.
Okay, you need to relax.
I know
Mr.
she's
Bias
paying
over
you.
there.
She's
Yeah,
my
just
favorite.
Team
She's
Asia
my
all the
favorite.
way.
But Abby really
all
came.
about
Abby
Asia.
came for Asia and said, you're pulling.
Abby comes for everyone every week.
But first, this time though, really clocked Asia on what everyone's been saying all season, that she's pulling the wool over their eyes. That she's riding on cue. That
All
she's
right.
riding on cue.
I am a firm believer. I really do think that dance and gymnastics go hand in hand. If you're a gymnast, you should take
Absolutely.
ballet. If you're
Yep.
in dance, you should take gymnastics, whether it be for flexibility or tumbling or just to be balanced. But I mean, pulling out a beam, that to me was a little interesting, especially like why not try maybe silks or the hoop or even like a ribbon dance, where at least they can show off some of their technique. I kind of feel like some of these challenges are helping Asia to float on by. Granted, don't get me wrong, she has killed it. It has been her day in the last couple shows, but.
Well, one thing I've always loved about Abby is her whole thing has always been go big or go home. Yeah. So I think by bringing in that beam really showed, like, do you really have control? Can you actually walk in a straight line?
I was like, I got something for you. Let me get my beam out real quick. Hold on. Boom, there you go.
But, I mean, it was like last week when they did the flexibility test. I mean, they might as well pull the beam out.
Yeah, how'd you feel about the flexibility, the stretch off last week?
Oh my gosh, I was sweating backstage, just like, It was hard to watch, but it was interesting.
It was interesting. We felt a little
interesting
awkward.
to say the least.
Just interesting, yeah.
Okay, well, Brianna won. She won 2 tickets to New York and also tickets to see the show, the Cirque du Soleil.
No, Amanda won.
Yeah, Amanda won.
Oh, what?
Amanda won. What show are you watching?
Malcolm.
I totally missed that.
Malcolm.
Yeah, she did.
Oh my dear. Yeah, did you notice she came back with new bangs?
I did notice at the very
I love
end.
the bangs.
I feel like it gave her such a newer edge. Like
it did.
It took away the old Amanda and just gave her like the new commercial edge Amanda.
Yeah.
So.
And it really accentuated the eyebrow too. I mean, the eyebrow was
yeah.
this week.
I'm like, maybe we should have done that prior to you leaving.
Right.
I don't know.
Do you guys feel like things started to get especially heated after this 4? Like people were getting a little more feisty, or were things feistier even before?
This episode, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was, to me, there was some feistiness. Like even when Asia was like, I got robbed, and I was like,
I got robbed.
I mean, I agree with her.
I kind of do too.
At the same time, to hear her like say that, it was kind of like.
Do you think someone put that in her head though, or you think that little girl actually, that was just her?
Oh no! She comes from a family of like competitors.
Yes.
Her dad is a world champion bodybuilder.
Yeah.
That
wow, I
makes
didn't
sense for the
know
body
that.
then.
Yeah. Oh, competition's in her blood.
Wow.
Because she just like.
Did you hear this week? This week where she was just like, "Oh, no one's gonna get to me."
No one has this face.
Yeah.
She said something about the claws.
Something about the claws. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No
I'll
one
come
better
back.
come talk to me. Like,
like, I
she
will
was
come back
serious.
hard.
Oh, just like when she was supposed to, her mom was like, "Oh, so you have all this time and you don't want to run it?" No, and she walked off.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about a little bit of not the best attitude, I would bring Madison into this conversation.
I was
Because
gonna be.
consistently throughout the episode, and I don't know if it was the way it was produced or spun.
It doesn't matter.
It was. I don't know what the right word is, Stu, but it was.
cringed.
I mean, obviously childish. She is a child, but.
Yeah.
I mean,
Still.
Corrine is right there, allowing it to happen and participating in the making fun of the other contestants.
How dare she?
I think it'd be. I mean, don't get me wrong. It doesn't make it any better, but it would be one thing if she was maybe in the room with her mom and the camera caught her. But they're in the green room. There's always a camera in the green room. She's in front of all the moms, and she made fun of.
Asia.
I believe every single dancer, not just
Brianna.
She made fun of Brianna.
Yeah.
I want to say she mentioned something about Amanda's face as well. She has
She
before,
did,
at
she
least,
did.
if not
But
for
I mean,
this
at least
episode.
with that, she didn't get up and
Mimic.
yeah.
It
you
was.
know?
I was
It
very
was
surprised
Mean
because I've been
Girls.
gunning for Madison, and for me to see that, I was like, "What? Your reaction, though?"
Oh my gosh, I cringed like there was no tomorrow. I could not believe she acted that way.
yeah.
And you're right. And in public, like they're wanting to win this huge competition. A, 100 grand. B, the scholarship to the Joffrey, and like part
And a
of
new
it is
reputation.
you have to be a role model to the kids, underneath you, and that's being a role model. I'm sorry, but television just caught you.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, I mean, for me, she just dropped down to the bottom.
Oh my
in my
gosh.
book.
Yeah,
Sorry, Madison.
We were such fans. We were so like.
We were all
rooting
about
for
her.
I love
And then she
Madison.
slowly got like that more as the season went on. Even talking to her mom, she's like, whatever, you know?
I haven't given up on her yet, but it definitely tarnished my perception
one
of
more.
her.
You got one
Tarnish is the perfect word, yeah. Because I still love her, and I'm
I
still
love
wishing
her body.
her
I
the
love
best.
her abilities.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at just body types in general, she is the prime body type for that scholarship. But I mean,
Or for just hiring in general. You know,
Absolutely.
she has a great
And she's
face,
beautiful,
a great
great
body. She has a lot
dancer.
of potential.
yeah.
But for me, the way behave in a rehearsal, or you just your sportsmanship and your attitude.
Yeah.
I'd rather work with someone maybe not as talented, but cool to work with, and not a diva. Like, no one wants to work with that.
Oh, no.
Well, Asia's a little bit of a diva too.
Who?
Asia.
But she's never gunning for one person. She'll be like, well, they don't have my face.
Yeah.
She focuses on herself.
Well,
She keeps it selfish,
names names,
which I appreciate.
But, you know, I think these dancers are young, and hopefully this is a lesson to them that, you know what, integrity is how you behave when you think no one's watching. But if you're going to behave that way and you know people are watching,
don't do it.
Okay, girl.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Let's work on it. And she's not the only one who's behaved rudely at all this season.
No,
Some of the moms.
I think it was the most shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the moms have kind of behaved a little rudely.
Yeah. Did you catch that little conversation between Corin and Maylene?
Of course.
Maylene, when she was like, focus on your kid?
Well, why was she even? Is this during the rehearsal? Right. Why was she even there?
Did you see that Corinne went in to?
No, I missed that part.
It was Amanda's solo rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during Amanda's solo rehearsal. It seemed like the two moms. I mean, it seemed like everyone was rehearsing in the theater. And the moms kind of have buddied up. It's the final four. So maybe she was just kind of sticking around.
She wasn't wanted there, though.
But it's like that moment when, a few episodes ago, when Yvette walked in on Christie's and
But it looked like
Asia's
she'd been there
thing.
the whole time. It wasn't like she just broke through the door like, hey, you world, let me in. You know, what's going on in here?
Exactly.
I just love how,
it still seemed a little.
It was contrived, and I love how the mom. I mean, why would you tell someone else's mom, someone kid's mom, you know, well, your daughter needs to pull up and get it together, and then get all defensive when she says something back about your daughter? You know,
Well, it's
it was just
interesting.
like
Those two do kind of have the same thing to work on.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
let's get to the Dons thing.
Yeah.
But before we do, just want to make a little reminder. The holidays are coming up. You both look very
very festive.
festive. Thank you. I was going to say holidazzle, but you're not like wearing sequins or anything.
He looks a lot better than
Next
I do.
week, I am certain that.
Of course.
I meant your outfit, not, you know.
Are you coming for me again?
Again, 2 weeks in a row.
Girls, girls.
We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later.
There would be no talking.
Okay. Where are the sound effects today? Come on.
I know, Marissa, you're slacking.
I'm just kidding.
You know, Marissa.
We love you back
Marissa
there.
is professional.
Oh, I know. We love it. Oh, there we go.
I love that one.
I was going to say that next week, I'm sure our couch will be holidazzling because Richie Jackson is supposed to be joining us for the finale. He will be back. He had a great time last time he was here. But I just want to remind all the viewers, all the listeners, that if you have any shopping needs this month, this season, make sure you head on over to AfterBuzzTV.com. Click on the Amazon banner. Any purchases that you were originally going to make on the internet, click that little banner. It'll take you to Amazon just a couple extra seconds. And what happens? We have a little relationship with them. We'll get a little kickback, keeps the lights on, keeps the shows going. We have like over 50 shows this season. And anything that you like on TV, we probably have an after show for it. If we don't, let us know. And it keeps the shows free, most importantly, whether it's on iTunes or YouTube. We're streaming it free. So help us out if you love our show, and make sure that you go on over to iTunes, rate us, and comment. This is the first season we've ever had of Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. Dance Moms is starting up again in January, and we cannot wait. And it looks like this show has been picked up for a second season, too. So if you want to keep going.
They're casting right now.
They are.
They are
Saw the
casting.
breakdown for it.
Oh, do you see on LA
now.
Casting?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Already.
I was like, whoa, work.
I was like, Collins Avenue, not wasting a time.
Are they also casting for a new host?
New host. I mean,
Right?
Oh.
Let's talk about the dancing.
Dancing.
Le danse, Cirque du Soleil, Cirque du Solos. Let's discuss the group number, the circus number.
I loved the group number this week.
Yeah, the group number was good.
I really liked it, but I, again, kind of feel like Asia's been giving an advantage.
Well,
she dances on a box.
right.
Stands on the box, she's the only one who tumbles as well.
But the other people were doing. I mean, I get
Right, she wasn't anything out of her
right. And
wheelhouse.
like they were. Some of them were in silks and in a wheel hanging from the sky. Asia,
Yeah.
you know, Asia.
Well, one of them was in a cage,
wheel.
though.
But she was doing work
Amanda
on that
was in the cage, and then Asia did her solo in a cage.
That's true.
What show are y'all watching?
It's like a wheel. Someone was in a
What show
tire.
are you watching?
Someone's in a wheel. A wheel?
A hoop, okay?
My bad.
I learned shapes a really long time ago.
Oh, Get your life.
Get your life.
No, I'm sorry. Brianna killed that.
Brianna,
She took that show away.
Amazing in the
amazing.
silks.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And like seriously, the
Extensions and
crowd was
extensions.
dying over her. I don't know if you could hear them, but they're screaming her name, just signs galore. I mean, those kids are being loved.
Of all of them, she rose up to the occasion. She rose up to the challenge. Hers, I felt, in my personal opinion, whether you're experienced or not, I thought that it was the most demanding physically.
Oh yeah.
Her
for sure.
strength is
Definitely.
unreal. You could see it in her abs, just flexing the whole show.
Absolutely. And shout out to Shannon Beach for that choreo.
Yeah,
Shannon Beach is insanely amazing. Had so much fun working with her.
Loved it. You could
There-
just see Robin Anton drooling over all the pussycat potential.
Oh yeah,
We tried to
seriously.
do Silks and the Pussycat Dolls, but Nicole just couldn't get it together.
And now,
Finally, the second
finally
coming of
found our
Nicole. Brianna.
let's discuss Madison Solo.
beautiful.
Oh
Beautiful.
yeah, I thought it was amazing.
However, the ladder on stage was just so unsightly. I was like, what is that? The construction dude's ladder
Yeah.
they drug on stage? Because here's Brianna. I mean,
It
here's
was set dressing.
here Madison's gorgeous
They could have
costume.
bedazzled that
They
ladder.
could have did some smoke, something.
They were given raw realness.
Oh, real ladder.
Right,
realness.
Ricky? Realness.
I
right?
mean, Bedazzle the Ladder would have been awesome. Note to Libby Wampler, please.
Bedazzle the ladder.
Yes, please.
But I feel like the whole set was like as if it was like a circus. Like that's
Yeah,
how it would
like
look
backstage at a circus.
Like it
Yeah.
wouldn't be all like bedazzled up
Right,
and stuff.
well,
I mean, that would be like if it was on Broadway.
So there's a craftsman's ladder at your
But
Barnum
she's
Valley Circus.
dreaming about being on the tightrope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Overall, though,
I get it.
It was she was exquisite.
She was amazing.
Great.
Beautiful, amazing choreography.
Amazing choreography, yes.
Thank you,
Definitely
thank
have
you
to say
very
that.
much. Yeah.
Yay!
I love that.
See, and it was such a great time working with her. So when I see things like her destroying other dancers, it's just like, oh no.
Like, don't do that.
Like, okay, maybe we should just give you easier steps and actually work on what's important. All right, life of values. But no, we invented like some crazy stuff for her, and she nailed it.
That
You
leap
really
at the
nailed it.
beginning.
That kick your head leap,
Yes.
scorpion leap.
Yes. Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
It's incredible.
She had some flawless turns as well. Her turns were
Beautiful.
Great turns.
beautiful. I was drooling, and kind of a little random, but we usually yes.
Hands up.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. The turn though, is it me, or is her arm like when you're doing turn, her arm's always like tilted? Do you watch
Oh,
her
I
turns?
didn't notice that.
Watch-
She's a little unbalanced, yeah.
right, because
She was injured, right?
she still
Not
injured?
really. I mean, she could still handle it, but I blame it on her growing. I don't know.
it's always.
but-
I thought. I mean, I don't know. If I was gonna clock sickled feet, she should also clock uneven arms. Because Brianna, you never
Yeah.
said with Brianna or Asia.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little unsightly.
Good little detail you
Thank
caught
you,
there.
Virgo.
Abby Lee Miller too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You're
right.
going to give Richie
Shabila.
a run for his money.
Shabila. That's my alter
Speaking
ego.
of little details, we always do touch on the superficial matters that don't really matter.
Are you like-
Aesthetics.
Like eyebrows.
I have to say that I do think Corin's the hottest mom left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's the prettiest one left.
You mean
Raw?
Christy?
Christy.
I think you said Christy.
Christy.
Christy is on fire.
Yes, that slick back.
I would like to see a different hairstyle from her. And
pompadour.
same thing for Chris, Brianna's mom. I feel like they've had the same hairstyle the entire season.
Y'all
Well,
are so.
okay, but remember the whole season isn't month on month on month. It's
It's
like
45
3
days.
weeks.
But this is also Abby's ultimate dance competition. Not
Experience.
make me over.
She could use
It's
a
not
makeover
about make
too.
me over. They don't need a
You wanna
makeover.
talk- she can
They
use a
got it
makeover.
going on. They got it going on. I'm just saying, like, you know.
He just wants to see a little, some
maybe a
other
little
side.
smoky
See
eye.
like a-
I want to see a bang, like a nice
Right?
bang.
A nice pompadour ponytail. Or, we.
Ooh, like a high pony.
Yeah,
you could
you know?
whip it around.
Smoky eye.
Oh my gosh,
Awesome.
yes. Oh my gosh, Christy Ray. I hope
Or
you are
even just
listening
the
to this.
volume.
You know?
The volume.
A fro. A
A
fro.
tease, maybe, you know.
Listen,
Sharp.
they
Amanda
have-
bang.
Maybe even a low braid.
No braid.
Bo Derek braids.
Y'all have to realize they have kids. They ain't got time for
Cornrows.
that. They
That's
gotta
true.
wake up early in the morning.
All
gotta
they
get
have
their
to
kids
do-
up, they
Well,
gotta
they're in
do all that kind of stuff.
rehearsal.
Yeah, they could have a good ladies, but all they gotta do is call hair and makeup and be like, yo, work this out. I've been on set. I've done it before. When I was an extra.
Do they have hair and makeup there, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Because the moms are always doing the girls, though, right?
Huh?
Primping and prepping.
Primming and prepping. I think as they went on to it more through the season, they had the moms like be more involved and all that stuff. Yeah, they need a little bit of help with the hairdos.
I've definitely been on set for, something where it has even been beauty and fashion related, and I've seen the makeup artists get done up by makeup artists, and then the production company or the production crew comes around with the camera and they go, okay, pick up this brush, pretend like you're putting on blush, and they hadn't done any of their makeup, any of their hair.
Wow.
So, not saying that's the case, but
if you do think that Corinne's the hottest mom, Giselle, I would really advise you to stop.
I think she's beautiful.
I think she's the prettiest.
She's beautiful.
She's just
naturally pretty.
She looks like
I'd say Chrissy's the fiercest.
the mom's mom. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
She looks like Asia's mom, you know?
But she doesn't wake up looking like that.
I mean, it takes a while to slick back that hair.
She just left it slick the whole season.
I mean, you can tell.
Let's talk about our contortionist.
Oh,
Quote unquote.
Amanda.
That face. That face.
She was trying. You could tell she
face.
was trying.
Well, okay. She did do a little bit better this week as far as the face. The face had moments, but the face still wasn't complete.
Well, according to Anthony,
The one moment was the ha ha ha, and that was it.
she was facially and spatially challenged, according to Anthony.
She is facially challenged. I do believe that.
But what face? Okay, let's talk about faces though. What face would we give her though?
At least smile.
like fierce.
Well, that was completely choreographed, like the ha ha ha, like that's a choreographed ha ha, not a performance.
Right.
Like
There
it
was
wasn't.
She has this smirk that she does, and I think she thinks that her smirk is like a Tyra Smize. But
Dr.
smile
Evil.
with your eyes in case you don't know what the reference is. But it's just like a very awkward eyebrow thing.
Totally.
It's like she's confused. Like I said, yes, that's what it is right there. It's that look. like she's not aware of what's going on. Like when you are performing, like you are just in.
Yes, Tony.
Like everything just connects. Like you are here, you're fierce with it, you smize, whatever, you whip that hair back, whatever it is. Like Amanda's just kind of like, I'm turning. I'm doing this.
She's still captivating, but it's like it's too pretty. Like I want more pow and sharpness and okay, yeah, she's trying, but I know she can do better. Like that to me is not her best. And she said, well, that's the judge's opinion. No, that's not the opinion. That's a fact. You can do better, and we know that you can do better.
Yeah.
Her connection.
And instead, I'm looking at her body, and I'm like, that kind of looks like a onesie.
Oh, the costuming.
Yeah.
It's cute though. I mean, for a contortionist though.
It kind of looks like a Christmas
Well, that's what they
onesie.
wear.
Amanda though, I will say that she was kind of like the wisest this week, I thought. How first of all, everyone's gunning for Asia because they know she's the biggest competition. If you watch the show, every mom or every dancer was like, I'm going to perform better than Asia, better than Asia, better than Asia. That was like the girl to beat. And then I love that Amanda told her mom, it's not about outdoing Asia, it's about doing better than I was.
Right.
About bettering herself, not becoming Asia.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of smart.
Already, then Amanda's already the winner for just that.
Yeah, and like, her mom's like, you have to be better than Asia. And she's like, it's not that.
Because she's used to being amazing. She won, what show did she win last year?
She was on another show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She was like a Latin world champion.
It was Paula Abdul's,
I think
Paula
Live
Abdul's
to
show.
Dance?
She Live to Dance. They won
No
500
way.
grand.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Dancing
Can we
with the
look
Stars.
that up, possibly?
She's used to winning. She's used to being amazing. So, I mean, she broke her own mold. I say, go Amanda. That's a true winner if we were to pick right now.
Yeah.
And again, like we said last week, I think that she'll find that face. I guess it's the issue's the face.
Yeah.
She may organically find a face.
I mean, you gotta remember
later on
she's young,
that
too.
she's 13,
Yeah. Or maybe it's a trained ballroom face. I don't know if it's trying to carry over or I don't know.
I mean, the eyebrow can go.
It
but
kind of is a ballroom face, I guess.
You know, that
what's wrong
whole
with an
like,
eyebrow?
I am a fierce dancer. Watch me do my
It
sorry.
is kind of like a ballroom face.
chicadas.
I've seen better ballroom faces.
her samba though is, like I was saying Chris earlier, ridiculous.
Insanely amazing.
It's too much for me to watch. I have to like go get splashed with some water or something because he's 13 years old.
Is that where you went during the
Yes.
show?
Yeah,
That's where I went.
Okay.
That's where I went.
Chris, you brought up something interesting, though. You were talking about, in rehearsal, her talking to her mom. Another thing that we noticed in rehearsal was her behavior or her relationship with the choreographer, Anthony. Anthony really went down on her, and Anthony was comparing her to Asia, not just the other moms, not just them gunning for Asia, but he was going, be more like Asia, do Asia's face. What did you guys think about that?
Well, I think he could have been a little bit more specific and like be like Asia in a performance sense. You know what I mean? For your technique's fine. Maybe calm your technique down a little bit, show that you can be a little bit more human. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe he could have been a little bit more clear with her. But
I think he said what he meant. I mean, he wanted to clearly. I mean, you're right. He should have. And I mean, not judging Anthony. He's a great choreographer, great dancer.
Absolutely.
But some people, just because you're a great choreographer or a great dancer, doesn't mean you're a great teacher, or you have the best play on words. He should, like you said, he should said, find. To compare it, because it's going to give her a complex. She already knows Asia's the one to beat. So say, be like, Asia. She's like, I can't do that. It's so frustrating when someone tells you to be someone you're not.
Yep.
But
you know?
He was looking a little Abby Lee Miller, you guys.
A whole lot.
He's trying to get his own show.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the difference between Asia and all the other girls. And I mentioned this while we were watching it. Asia is 6. Asia has that wall broken down where if you tell her to give a face, if you tell her to do something, she's going to do it. She's not going to think about it. Yeah, she's very uninhibited in what she does. That's why she's such a great performer at 6. All these other girls are older. So like when Amanda,
they're already accustomed to doing things.
Like they're in their head already. They're already thinking about like
issues.
You know, they have this wall up to where like, and I think it happens as you get older. Like you remember when you were older, like when you were younger, you used to do anything and everything. When you get older, you kind of think about that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. Like the age that Asia is in, she goes for it. That's why we absolutely fine. I'm Team Asia now. But that's why we absolutely.
Wow, confession in the room.
Right. That's why I absolutely.
And we're all clear. Glad we got that on the record.
That's why I love Asia when she performs, because she just goes for it. And all these other girls, they go for it. But if they were where Asia was, it would make their performance that much better.
Interesting thought. Well, moving on. Oh, also, I didn't like how Abby was like, you know, as a contortionist, you should have shown more flexibility, blah, 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 blah. I think...
Not her fault. That was the choreographer.
That's a choreographer's note.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, interesting. So let's move on to Brianna, the clown. Did you guys feel like there was maybe confusion between real clown and Cirque clown?
Yes.
Because that was something that Abby brought up, but was it legitimate?
Another thing that's out of her control, you know?
Yeah. But I thought she did an amazing job with it. I thought for her style, it was musical theater. It was very theatrical. It was very comedic. It was funny. It was something that I haven't seen her do.
And she went for it. Like, she wholeheartedly committed to it.
Yeah.
The funny faces.
For sure.
Yeah.
I almost wish that she would have had maybe white face paint or something, because then I think maybe the facial expressions would have maybe transferred a little bit better, especially to the judges, since that was kind of a comment that they made, and that would have also made it more artistic. But that spin that she did with her head back, and then she went down to the ground and span her head around, I thought
her turns were on point.
Awesome.
Great moments.
I thought it was interesting, Ricky, what you were saying
consistent.
about Brianna, that she's consistent. So tell us what you were saying earlier.
No, she's just she's kind of like the full package. She's consistent. She's always hardworking. She's always taking criticism well. She's just always trying to take it further, and she's a good person. She's not trying to outdo anybody. She's just there for her.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, do you remember how she was talking about how she's been an outcast at school, and you know, she's kind of been through the bullying thing a lot. So I think she's just trying to shape herself into the best that she can be. So
Yeah.
I was so proud of her. But now looking at it though, I should have like put on the clown face more, like made it white, painted her or something. But again, absolutely, or something. You know what I mean? But again, that would be a choreographer's note. So.
Well, no, I mean, I still loved it anyway. The tutu was amazing. That little
that
cage.
tutu, yes. The costume department's just on fire over there.
Let's discuss the captive animal.
Asia.
That.
I mean, can we stand up right here?
That's
unbelievable.
Everyone else did.
Yeah.
I mean, she had the audience on their feet.
Yeah. That drop though was
pretty high.
Huge.
Deathify.
Yeah.
If you will.
I will give her credit for that. There were times when I did want to call her out, you know, oh, your feet are flexed. Oh,
it was one time that Abby caught on. No, I thought her technique was so much better this week.
I loved the drop split on the cage.
Yeah.
The back handsprings, her legs were bent. Her legs also came apart. Both times that she did back handsprings. But then it's like, I think about it, I'm like, wait, she's like 6 or 7.
See, that's what we can't forget about.
Yeah.
Even the Batma, Coupe Batma,
Well, just
like
the fact that
and
she's
her
really
lines.
good.
we're working. Like
And her
she's
lines.
trying, but like there's also too like to cross acrobats into like dancing is hard.
Yeah.
Even to like do an aerial or a back handspring, it's hard to keep technique in with, you know what I mean?
The flips, the drops, the pops, like.
But there is that wow factor she has, you know?
It's that star quality.
Star
Like,
quality.
Yeah, I think that
Definitely.
performance
she
was
hits
like
it. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
when she like punches back and forth, you can feel.
But she goes for it. Like
swoosh.
I felt like she was the little lion cub in the cage.
she
with
was.
all kinds of fierceness.
How about this? Before she even started, they were setting up her cage. When she was in it, she was roaring at the audience, hissing, like clawing at
character.
people. Oh my gosh, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
She was already in it.
She was
That's
already
really
in it.
exciting to hear.
Oh yeah,
She dances with intention. Like she dances like she did for her life. You know.
absolutely. Oh, and before actually getting into the cage, before she was hissing and purring, she actually crawled on stage.
oh,
So
I
there you
love
go.
her.
There you go.
But see,
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Ricky Palomino giving us the exclusives.
Heyo, just right here on AfterBuzz.
I love those sound effects.
I know. Well, I have to say, I don't think she was, quote, flawless, as Robin described, but I do think it was spectacular.
I think it was one of the
flip at
best
end,
performances.
It was one of the best performances we've seen all season, besides the garbage bag Wicked Witch of the West, which we discussed. Also,
thank
by
you,
Ricky
guys.
Palomino, something that we could not stop
I watched
talking
that like
about
5 times
over
at this
and
point.
over and over.
Nice,
It was
nice.
unbelievable.
Let's move on to the deliberation. This is where things get a little saucy. This is probably the fastest deliberation, though, that we've seen.
yeah.
Madison is safe. Asia is the cat with more than 9 lives who gets
Yes.
to live another week. Did you guys feel like the bottom 2 was surprising?
No.
No.
I would have put Brianna above Madison, but that's just how I feel today.
No. I think it was correct with how they did it.
I feel like they
Yeah.
didn't even need to have a bottom 2 this week. I think
No.
it was pretty clear that Amanda would have been at the bottom.
I agree.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
because
agree.
after Brianna, like, you know, Brianna's performance last week with the African dance, like top breathtaking.
African
She, like
dance.
you said, gets better and better every single week. I didn't think that she deserved to be in the bottom 2,
Right.
but so Amanda left. She was such a good sport about it. We've seen some
Absolutely.
tantrums in the last couple of weeks.
Ooh, Elizabeth. That girl.
That was the ultimate tantrum.
Oh, and it
The
came
whole
By
season,
far.
I
It came
mean.
so early
Abby's
on.
ultimate tantrum. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
on the floor.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Today was not Amanda's day.
It was not.
But like I said in the studio, it doesn't matter. if
But
didn't
she
win.
did come out on top.
Right.
She is still a winner.
She's
Yeah,
definitely.
it's
I mean, she
still
made
a
it this.
winner.
I mean, it's always. You made it this far. She made it this far. And plus, we cannot deny and take away from these kids that they're amazingly talented.
Yeah.
And there's so many more opportunities in
Yeah.
Abby's Ultimate Dance
They're
Explosion.
still so
experience.
young.
Right.
Yeah, they
All
have
of
a
them
whole
have-
future. Yeah.
All of them have at least 5 more years to train. I mean, they do.
To dance and they're done. The Chris done.
No, to train before they're adults, and
Right.
who knows where we'll see them next. Let's move on to a little news and gossip, shall we?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
AfterBuzz TV.
This should be fun.
So Ricky, what's the news and what do you know that we don't know?
Oh, well.
Ricky,
Who wins? Who's the winner? Tell us.
I
No, don't worry.
heard a little rumor, and this might be news to some of you, that Asia might be getting her own spin-off.
No way.
I have heard the same thing.
Asia's world.
I mean, okay, well, if this is the gossip section, word on the street is that if Honey Boo Boo can do it, so can dancer Asia.
But what?
Yeah.
First off, if Honey Boo Boo can do it, then sign me up for my own reality show too. Because I'm ready.
I mean,
30 days before 30 things to do.
30 things in 30 days before I turn 30.
Reality show.
We'll make sure we plug that at the end. Interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think that could be a hint that Asia wins?
Well,
Not necessarily.
No, because even if she doesn't win her character, she has enough likeness and enough people that are into her that would watch the show. And she's an interesting character. It's not like she's a
Yeah.
Kardashian. She's an interesting character. So I mean, I'm sure people will
I can't.
definitely watch
I believe she's been the fan favorite every
for
single
sure.
week.
And she's
Yeah.
cute.
She's
Absolutely.
so cute.
Voting on Lifetime.com.
her mom as well. Very personable,
My
very
lifetime.
fun, beautiful.
Feisty.
Back
Feisty.
Absolutely.
Interesting that you say that, because she was pretty feisty and fierce and catty. And what did you think seeing some of that footage?
I mean, I think it makes great television, to be
Right, of
honest.
Of course it does.
Period.
She's not letting anyone come in between her and her little girl, so.
Not at all. I feel like Christy is the type of girl that has a bag in the car that contains sneakers, sweatpants, and Vaseline.
Word. You want to roll? You want to get froggy? Just jump. You know.
Yeah, and a hit a 9mm, just ready to.
Yeah. Oh, no, she's got the garter belt for that.
There you go.
Fall back.
No, but Asia's father too, though. He's a world champion bodybuilder. Like I said, like that
Yeah.
family, that would be an amazing show. I'm just saying.
Now, obviously, you know the results, and you can't tell us. But after seeing this top 4 perform,
Yeah.
who in your mind did you have in like predictions to win?
Actually, Amanda. Amanda again. Yeah.
With no face?
With no face, absolutely. Because I was, considering the body type and the type of person, the recipient going into the Joffrey, and she's perfect. She's talented.
Interesting. I'm sure
she's
she will be happy
beautiful.
to hear that.
Technique. I mean, yeah. So
There's one flaw. That face.
She can fix it though.
The eyebrow.
It's not too late. It's not too
She's gonna
late.
find a face. I mean, I don't know where she can get it from. Neiman's Rack, Norman's Rack, Nostrum's Rack, whatever. But she's gonna find a face eventually. I think it'll come
She
to her
will.
organically.
She better
She
be
will.
like Natasha Bedingfield and release
If
her
she's willing
inhibitions.
to learn.
I'm just saying.
Oh my
rest
gosh,
is still
that's
unwritten,
amazing.
That was a good one. That might have been.
Boom.
You have a lot of great one-liners, but I think that might be one of my favorites.
Ever.
Get your life.
Get your life.
All right, y'all. Let's get some predictions going. Our very last set of predictions on AfterBuzz TV for Abby's ultimate dance competition with the giggles over here.
Yes.
Let me just say, I believe I called it either last week or the week before that we would be seeing all of the old dancers come back.
You love that. I love that you love that.
First off,
I love that
That
too.
is not
I
a
love it.
surprise.
It's just so
Every
nice to have them
show.
back.
Yeah, it's
Every
so
show
cute.
does that.
Are
Every
they
show
gonna have a
brings
dance
back all
off
the old
again?
ones.
Did they even go home? Were they just in a
No,
hotel
you know
hanging
they were
out?
chilling
But wait,
Home
but who
Alone.
did you miss though? Who did you miss?
Zach.
Exactly, and now he's back for you. Thank goodness.
I mean,
Right.
I'm all excited, but I expected it.
Why do we
It'd
know
be,
that?
it'd be interesting if there was a twist, which I doubt will happen. But if there was a twist and it was like, actually, anybody can win.
But they're not gonna perform.
Or
dear.
like one person could come back, like
Yeah.
Tyra did this season.
Right. Or how Drag Race does every other season. But why? Who cares if they come there? Are they not dancing again? I mean, Zach coming back to say hi is beautiful.
No, he's gonna
but
come and
Well,
do
no,
a
I
group
would-
number.
Oh,
I would
number.
assume. Okay, prediction.
My prediction is Tony will have some more great one-liners. I think Asia takes it.
Wow.
I think
okay.
Asia takes it. I feel that she even though Brianna excuse me, Brianna is a great performer and she's technically strong and she has the strength. I think Asia is the overall package. I mean, Asia delivers every week. And who cares if her feet are sickled? Who cares if sometimes her lines aren't bomb? At the end of the day, Chris, you're talking about this last week. She performs. I want to see a show. If you can give me a show and I won't care about everything else because I'm too busy being
There's no
entertained.
business like show business.
Right.
Chris?
I mean, obviously, I think I'm going to say Asia wins, but you know what? You can't
Okay.
take your eyes off her A, and I think she would be most suited for the scholarship as far as
Growth.
she has the most growth technique-wise to do. Because I'm not really familiar with the Joffrey School.
Ooh.
I know Joffrey Ballet School, but
I need you to go to Google.
my point is,
No,
my point is they're
Bing.
not. I
Bing,
thought
I'm
it
sorry.
was. I thought it was. I thought it was a ballet school, so I figured it would help her the most because in
Gotcha.
ballet
'Cause she
school
needs the
they're not
technique.
gonna teach you how to
They
get face.
They got hip hop
Tony?
at 4.
Yeah.
Jazz funk at 5.
They do
I
not.
honestly think, even though I think Asia is wonderful, I think my little Madison, who's been flying low under the radar this whole season, is going to pop up with an amazing performance and swoop it up.
I agree.
I pick Brianna.
Boom.
No,
Hello.
both. I think Asia for the count.
Bam.
Okay. Any quick little hints,
Change.
Ricky? Anything you can tell us to
I
expect
have
without going against your contract, of course.
Rumor predictions are possible performance by Robin Anton next week, and a special little performance by Richie Jackson.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Robin's got a song?
Well, you have to tune in. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I
And then
love
but the
it.
Pussycat Dolls revisited.
I know.
Hey, hey, hey. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Ricky. We had a
Yes,
great
thank
time
you.
with
Anytime. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course.
Please tell the viewers and listeners where they can find you.
RickyPalomino.com and Ricky Palomino at Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook.
I love it.
Love it. Tony?
You can find me on Twitter at Lounging with Tony or loungingwithtony.com.
And you have a little special project that you're doing right now.
Yes, I am currently in my 30 things in 30 days before I turn 30. So today I bought 30 scratch-off lotto tickets. Tomorrow I'm having lunch at the Ivy.
Ooh.
Yes. Did you win it?
Nice.
Did you
I will
win it
see
all?
you there.
Huh?
Did you win it all?
Oh no, I haven't scratched them off yet. I'm so nervous.
You're gonna split it with me, right?
Right?
I'm at Cris Cangero on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me. Add
Christmassy.
me.
No age.
Christmassy. Yes, CRIS. No age.
Jason.
It's different than Christmas.
Hey guys, you can find me on Twitter at JJCForever and also on Facebook at the Jason J. Carter fan page.
Nice.
And you can find me at Giselle Ugarte on pretty much all social mediums. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We have one more episode left. So do not forget, download us, subscribe to us, rate us, give us a thumbs up if you love us, which hopefully you do. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.